Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha, and today I'm going to be talking about the Danessa Myricks Vision Flushes. So if you'd like to learn more about these blushes and also look at swatches of the shades that I have on my arms and also on my cheeks, then please continue watching. So this is what the packaging looks like. The Vision Flushes come like this. You get a nice clear window through which you can see the shade of the product, even at the bottom, and also how much product is remaining. So each of these contain 5 ml of product, and these retail for $18 in the US and £18 here in the UK. See, it's like a twist off cap, and you do get a doe foot applicator, which picks up quite a bit of product. So we'll get into the demo portion later, but now let me just quickly read off some of the claims of the product. It's a unique smoothing, waterproof, and multi-purpose formula that provides a wash of color, and the resulting finish is satin or demi-matte. These can be used on the eyes, lips, and cheeks. What I like about this formula is that it is finger friendly, so in case you like to use fingers for your personal use, you can. I generally prefer to use brushes both on my clients and on myself, and I'll explain why when we get to the demo portion. But what I really appreciate about the formula is that they work on all skin tones. So from the lightest skin tones to the deepest skin tones, no matter what shade you pick. The formula also smooths the appearance of pores and fine lines. And although the formula is so pigmented, it feels very lightweight on the skin and does not feel like you have something heavy, if that makes sense, unlike cream blushes. It doesn't feel too heavy or rich where it's going to slide off the face or take off some of the foundation that you may have as a base. You can also mix different products into it to change the finish. So as I said, the finish on its own for this formula is satin or demi-matte. So if you want the blush to be more shimmery or glowy, so you can mix it in with something like a Wet Balm or a liquid highlighter, such as Prism Effects Hydrating Lotion. So they have like micro shimmer running through them, and when you mix it with the Vision Flushes, you can get more of a shimmery blush or a glossy blush depending on what you mix it in with. They also have a shade called Tutu, which I believe is like a golden highlighter shade, which you can also mix in with any of these blushes to make them more warmer and also more shimmery. And if I didn't emphasize enough, these are waterproof and therefore have incredible longevity on the skin. So you can use them on their own, or you can layer them up with powder blushes. These are very pigmented, so you need a very small amount to apply on both your cheeks, and I'll discuss more during application. They're moisturizing and comfortable to wear, 100% cruelty-free and vegan. Currently, they're available in 12 shades, and they're supposed to suit all skin tones. And these are meant to provide like a natural flush of color to the cheeks. So these look like an intrinsic part of the skin instead of makeup just sitting on the surface, if that makes sense. You can also create like a monochromatic look by using the same shade on your eyes, cheeks, and lips, and just varying how many layers you apply or how much product you apply to get different intensities. And even on the lips, when applied, these are not drying. They feel quite moisturizing, lightweight, and comfortable on the lips, and is quite long lasting on the lips. Again, on the lips, you can use it as a light layer, just like a flush, like a stain almost, or you can layer it up with a lip liner or a regular lipstick or even a gloss. Next, let's move on to the swatches of these products. I'll show you both arm swatches, and then we'll do also application on my cheeks. So the first two shades that I'm going to be showing you are Bread and Butter, which is like a light pink shade, I would say, that looks quite natural on the skin. And the other one is Ballet Slippers, which is one of the original 4 shades. It's a more peachy, warm kind of a tone and looks absolutely stunning. So let's try these two. Now, in terms of how much I'm applying, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take less because I'm just going to apply it to one cheek. So this is a palette, and I'm just going to dot it like that. It's about that much. So that is the shade Ballet Slippers. I'm also going to take some for Bread and Butter. So that is the difference in the two shades. You can see that Bread and Butter is a lot more pink based, and then Ballet Slippers is a lot more peach and warmer. So starting with Bread and Butter, I am going to be using brush, as I said earlier, just because I have some acne scarring and texture on my cheeks. So I don't feel like using my fingers. And in general, I feel like anytime I've used my fingers with either cream or liquid blushes, you can kind of get imprint of the finger on the skin, if that makes sense. And also it can have a tendency to lift more foundation because I have oils on my fingers compared to using a brush. So I do generally tend to prefer using a brush. And also with the brush, I feel like you can easily dispense the product evenly all over, if that makes sense, instead of having one blob when you're playing with the finger and then trying to spread it out. So I've got an even layer on the brush. Just going to start on my cheek. So as you can see, it's a light flush of pink. You can build it up, but I'm not going to add too much today just because I have to try two other blushes as well. So you can see that it looks very natural, a part of the skin. Looks amazing. It has that beautiful satin finish. If you can see that, it's not a flat matte, if that makes sense. I'm just going to clean the brush on a tissue just to get any residual blush off the brush. On my right cheek, I'm going to use the shade Ballet Slippers. So that is Bread and Butter. Beautiful rosy color. And this is Ballet Slippers, which is like a warm tone peach color. They look quite similar from a distance, but I promise this one is definitely more peachy in tone. I'm just going to build up a little bit more so you can see the colors better. So adding Ballet Slippers. So you can see that the color builds up quite nicely. Going back to Bread and Butter, just taking some more. I generally am not a blush person in the sense that I never apply so much blush on my cheeks, but I do want you guys to see the colors properly, so hence the heavier application than normal. Also, it's kind of gloomy here, so I'm not sure how much light you're getting on camera. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. So this is Bread and Butter. Hopefully you can see that pinky tone to it. And here you can see the more peachy tones. And then this is Ballet Slippers. More peachy and warm toned. So as you can see, these shades are great for everyday wear, and you can change up which one you choose depending on what kind of lip color and eye color you have. If you have predominantly warm tones, definitely go with Ballet Slippers. And if you're using more cool toned shades, you can definitely go with this blush, which is Bread and Butter. I'm going to get these off and then we'll try two more shades. So the next two shades are Cherry Bomb, which is like a beautiful red color and looks quite scary, and Sugar Plum, which is like a purple blush, I think. So one is like a very warm tone blush and this is kind of a cool tone blush. So I have gone over my cheeks with some foundation. So hopefully the previous shades don't show through, but this is what the next two shades look like. So Cherry Bomb on top right there, and then Sugar Plum. Starting off with Sugar Plum on my right side. As the shades get deeper, I take less product on the brush. You can definitely see the pink tones in this. I'm not going to blend it up, just want to show you the shade. So this is the shade Sugar Plum. Beautiful color. Next time I'm going to apply the shade Cherry Bomb on my left cheek. This is quite a strong color, so I'm just going to stop at one layer. And although from a distance they look quite similar, you can hopefully appreciate the warm tones in this blush compared to this one, which is much more muted and more blue based, if that makes sense. So this is Cherry Bomb. And this is Sugar Plum. So I'm just going to go off camera, even up both my cheeks, and then remove the eyeshadow and lip color to show you how, say, one of these shades would look like for a monochromatic look. Okay, I still have some of the darker shades remaining, so Sugar Plum and Cherry Bomb. So I think I'm going to use Cherry Bomb on my lips because I do love a red lip. I'm just going to take some on my lip brush. So I'm just applying a really tiny amount, whatever was literally remaining on the palette after using it on both my cheeks. And that is like a stain that you can wear Cherry Bomb as. Or I'm going to get some more and show you how that can be built up. I think I'll use the same shade on my eyes as well. So let's do the eyes first, just because I want to show you the different intensities you can get, and then we'll layer up some more on the lips. Okay, just taking a blending brush. This is Rapper 01. Just going to take a small amount just on the edge of the brush. Going to apply it on the lid. I have nothing on my eyes right now. I've removed the eyeshadow that I had on my top eyelid. I've left it on the bottom lash line. I'm just going to blend it through my socket as well. And you can see how quick and easy that was. So that can be a nice one and done monochromatic kind of a look. Again, I'm showing you this with a strong color, but you can pretty much do this with, say, Ballet Slippers or with Bread and Butter, which are like the softer colors. You can also use your finger to apply the shade if that's more comfortable for you guys. I'm going to leave it just on the top lash line and just apply some right there at the outside corner of the lower lash line, just whatever's remaining on the brush, and run a finger through the highlight brow bone, and that is the eyes complete. So this can be a quick monochromatic look, as I said before. Now we're going to build up the intensity on the lip. You can see the color building up so nicely on the lip as well. So it's gone one shade up, definitely. So there you have a very monochromatic look. That took like, what, 5 minutes or so if I were to do the same shade on my eyes, lips, and cheeks. But I think it looks very pretty and feminine, very cohesive, especially when it's just one shade all over. You do not have to think about what shades to pick. So I'm also going to show you how you can alter the finish of the blush by using something like the Prism FX, which is the hydrating lotion. This is the shade Gold. Or by using Wet Balm. This particular shade is Morning Dew. For the demo, I have all 4 shades here, but let's stick to Ballet Slippers. That's one of the most popular shades. So on its own, let's have a look. This is what the shade looks like. Yeah. Next, I'm going to show you how to alter the finish with the Prism FX Hydrating Lotion. So you need a really small amount. Then taking a little bit of the blush, mixing it in. So what this will do is not just dilute the blush, but also add some radiance to the blush. So you can see the change in color from that. So if you find that certain blushes are too intense for you, such as maybe Cherry Bomb or even Sugar Plum, then you can add something like this to make it lighter and more diffused, if that makes sense, more sheer. That's the word I'm looking for. So let's swatch this one. So same blush, but you can see how much lighter it has gotten, and also hopefully the luminescence in the blush compared to the first swatch right there. And then lastly, I'm just going to scoop out some of the Morning Dew. So again, a small amount, and then you just need a small amount of blush to mix it in. Again, as with the hydrating lotion, the Prism FX, this will also sheer out the blush, but it's going to be more of a balmy texture instead of a lotion. Let's do this here. And also the iridescence from Morning Dew is quite different from the hydrating lotion in a Prism FX in Gold. So you can see more of a silver kind of a reflex from the balm compared to the hydrating lotion. I'm just going to bring this in closer so you can see the 3 different finishes. So that's it for this video. I really hope these swatches and the little bit of information about the Vision Flushes were helpful for you guys. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to my channel. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!